Cześć kochani and warm welcome. You might be surprised seeing my table very empty today, like what is she cooking? But what we're making today is not only very delicious, but it's really literally made out of only 3 very simple ingredients. And I'm talking about waffles, and those are waffles that are gluten-free, that are naturally fermented, and as I said, made of only 3 very simple and wholesome ingredients. So let's get started. And here in my bowl I have this fermented butter that I started making yesterday. Even the preparation of those waffles is very simple and really requires about 5 minutes of our time, active time, but the passive time of waiting is somewhere between 12 to 16 hours. So this is something to really keep in mind, because depending on when you would like to eat your waffles, then you have to count back 12 to 16 hours and see when to start the process. So for example, if you would like to eat those waffles around 9 o'clock in the morning for your breakfast, then you would start the process somewhere between 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. the day before. So that's exactly what I've done, and now I'm ready to make my waffles. So first step is the day before. We will measure 200 grams of buckwheat grouts, and I'm talking here about those raw grouts. I'm not talking about kasha that it's actually roasted. It's completely different thing. I measured 200 grams of this dry buckwheat grout, and I just rinsed it well under the water. And next thing, I placed in a bowl and I covered with regular cold filtered water by about 1 inch. We cover it and we leave it somewhere on the counter to soak for about 4 hours. After that, we drain the water and we rinse them under running water. And now with the use of any blender, it can be handheld blender or something like this NutriBullet or just regular blender, we will blend it until smooth with the addition of 1 to 2 tablespoons, depending really how you prefer, of date syrup or maple syrup, whatever you like. You can also use sugar. I personally prefer, I usually use a maple syrup. And when we blend it very well together, then we place it in a bowl, cover with some cloth or plate, and we leave it on the kitchen counter to culture, to ferment for somewhere between 12 to 16 hours. And after that time, this is exactly what we have. So visually you probably will not see much of a difference. Sometimes you can see some bubbles, sometimes not. What you will notice if you smell it, you will have a little acidic flavor, something like a yogurt, like you will really be able to smell the presence of this lactic acid. And that's exactly what we need. And now we are going to add 200 grams of yogurt, and you can use any of your favorite yogurts. If you are vegan, then of course some kind of coconut yogurt or coconut fermented cream. You can use regular yogurt. It doesn't matter, the fat content, all of it, it really doesn't matter. As long as we have some sort of yogurt. Sour cream would work very well too. And we're going to mix it very well together. As you can see, now the butter is getting looser. And this is the perfect consistency, something that we can pour very easily on our waffle iron. If it's too thick and it doesn't come that easy, of course you can add a little splash of water. And now we are ready to make our waffles. My iron maker is nicely preheated to high temperature. I'm just going to add some olive oil here. You could use butter, you could use coconut oil, just on both sides. This will of course prevent those waffles from sticking, and also will help with the outside to get a little crispier. And now let's pour our dough. So from those proportions that I gave you, you should be able to make somewhere between 4-5 waffles. So if you need more, of course, please multiply the numbers. And I'm putting like about 1 ladle. Of course, depending on the size of your waffle maker, right, you may use a little more, a little less of this batter. This you will have to figure out for yourself. And I'm closing it. I rather to make my waffles a little smaller. The cooking time will depend on your waffle maker. So for me, it takes about 7-8 minutes. But the cooking time should be about the same as regular waffles. So if you have experience making waffles, just roughly set for the same time. My timer just beeped, so let's look inside. All right, just perfect. Look at that, soft inside, beautiful crispy out on the outside. Love the smell, and they are very, very fluffy. And before I move on to make some more, I will just show you how I like to serve it. Those waffles are wonderful whether you decide to use them with sweet toppings or savory. I am not biggest fan of sweet foods, so I always prefer savory. And then you can make little toppings like you would normally put on pizza. Really be creative. Today I'm going to make it very, very simple but very nutritious. So here I have my avocado, a little bit like an avocado toast kind of. It would be great to put something like hummus. So here is my avocado. I'm going to shred a little bit of nice Asiago, aged Asiago I just got on the weekend from the market. And on top of this, I'm going to add sunny side up. I just quickly made it. Takes literally 2 minutes. And please look, with the yolks still nice and soft. And let's top it up with a little bit of green onions. Kochani, that's all for today. I hope you like this recipe. I know there is a lot of people who were asking for different gluten-free recipes. Gluten-free, naturally fermented buckwheat bread is very, very popular. So if you haven't tried, just please look it up in my other videos. And for today, I thank you very much for being here with me. Thank you for all the support, and thank you for all the love that you always really sharing with me. And let me know in comments how you liked it, if you would like more this kind of recipes. I always love hearing from you. And for now, I thank you very much and see you next time.